Hello. Hello. This is INFEKT with hair. How you doing, everyone in the chat? I'm here to entertain you today. Feel free to ask me some questions or whatever you like. Tell me what you would like to talk about or what you would like me to talk about. I just got back from the gym, which is across the street, which is super amazing because I wouldn't go to the gym if it wasn't this close. So this kind of pushes me to go work out a little, and sports are not my thing, let me tell you that. INFEKT Weeble Wobble Vandals. We shall see if that's ever gonna happen. And thank you, Glean Coco, for saying I look like the nicest guy ever. I appreciate that. Yes, I did get a haircut. My hair is shorter now. And I got a beard trim. It's better, I think. My wife says it's better too. Say hello to my wife.
Hi.
1,000 viewers equals INFEKT Weeble Wobble.
Oh my god.
Yes. Let's do it. If we can get 1,000 viewers, like at one point in time, I'll make a Weeble Wobble. And yes, this is a protein drink, actually. INFEKT, can you say something to get me through this huge thunderstorm in the UK? What can I say? Yeah, listen to the what is the name of the song?
A few of my favorite things.
Favorite things, I think.
Yeah.
Listen to that one. That's gonna cheer you up. I'm not gonna make Weeble Wobble now, but like I said, 1,000 views at one point in time. Oops, I'm trying to stabilize this. Alright. We won't stop until every Disciple member has made a Weeble Wobble. Oh boy. Any tips on making rhythm? Okay. Try to get that. Well, one really important tip is to focus on your drums. Make them like really punchy. Make your kicks like super fat and your claps like very in your face. Like, yeah, just focus on your drums. It's very important for rhythm because that's what kind of gives the energy and what creates like the basis for the flow, because the flow is nothing without the drums, and the energy is nothing without the drums either. So yeah, how important is music theory? I personally am not too good with music theory. I never learned like piano or anything as a child, and yeah, I still don't know that much about it, even though I'm starting to feel like I want to learn more about it, about chords especially, and chord progressions and all of that. Yeah, so we'll see. I think it's not extremely important though. Well, it depends on what you want to make. But nowadays there are also tools for you to create chords like without even having any knowledge about chords. Like there's Captain chords and mixed in key and things like that. I've recently seen a video by Slink on Slink's YouTube channel. I would recommend all the producers in here to check that out. Slink makes really good videos about how to, about Ableton, and like a lot of he gives a lot of experimental tips, but also useful mixdown tips and stuff like that. Yeah. Let me know if you guys have any other questions in the chat. Shoutouts to everyone who's joined right now. We have 41 people. That's amazing. Also tomorrow I'm releasing Boombox and Rewind. Well, Disciple Roundtable is releasing Boombox and Rewind. And I'm super excited about the release of that, because Boombox is like, it's not rhythm. I wouldn't describe it as rhythm. Would you describe it as rhythm? I wouldn't really. It's just something, I'm really proud of those sounds in there, and the sound design and the mixdown. So I'm super excited to release it. And I've been waiting for such a long time to get it out there now as well. So yeah. Have you ever considered expanding to other genres other than dubstep or rhythm? Yes. I always make like other stuff on the side. I just never really release it. Like, I make a lot of melodic stuff just like that without even knowing much about like music theory. I just go by what sounds good to me. So I try to I create melodies and stuff like that, or I make like trap beats and stuff like that. I just never really release it. I used to have an old SoundCloud. I don't know if any of you remember, but I used to have an old second alias SoundCloud where I was releasing like melodic trap beats, but I haven't uploaded there in like 2 years or something. Let's see. We all know an INFEKT song when it comes on, but how did you come about finding your sound that I use or produce with? So the thing is, like, when I started making music, I was inspired by certain artists, and I wanted to create music that sounds like that artist. So I would always like try to recreate stuff. And just because I didn't know exactly how that artist was making those sounds or those tracks, my process was like a little bit different. And I developed my own methods, and that's kind of how I developed my sound as well. Yeah, let's see. What else do we have here? I challenge you to make a dubstep drop only with drums. It can be any drum you want, since you use only drums. So like to make a bass from drums as well? Or I'm not sure to understand. I mean, drums only without a bass wouldn't make sense, because that wouldn't be rhythm. That would just be rhythm drums or drums. The Smithster says, my set at Project Z was bonkers. Thank you. I appreciate that. We also have some Germans in the chat. Shout out to the Germans. It's so hard for me sometimes to switch back to German now that I speak English this much. Like when I talk to my mom and stuff, sometimes it's difficult to like switch back to German. Even though I like listening to German audiobooks, but I feel like listening is different than actually speaking it. Have you made any VIPs to any songs of Alien Technology? I made a special of Death Sickle. I made a special of Alien Technology. I started making a Skuro VIP, but I'm probably not gonna finish that. Yeah, I also made a Death Sickle special just for the people that support me on Patreon. Usually I give away 2 tracks exclusively for Patreon every month. So if any of you are on my Patreon, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Where's the 1K viewers? I think Weevil Wobble is not gonna happen anytime soon. We have 32 viewers right now. and we need 1,000 for me to make wheel. It's ridiculous. What's your favorite DJ trick to do? A backflip. I do a kickflip with the decks. So I put like my hands like this on the decks, and then I flip it and kind of flick, and then the whole deck spins around, and then I catch it and put it back down, and I call it the CDJ flip. It's a great party trick, and it always it makes the crowd go mad every time. Suplex Music says, if you ever need saxophone samples, let's link. Yeah, that would be sick actually. Maybe for some of my different genre experimentations.
Some rhythm jazz.
Rhythm jazz. Let's see. The thing Virtual Riot showed you, that is a VST based on samples. Yeah, so he showed me Native Instruments Form, which is a really nice granular synthesizer. And I've been getting into granular synthesizers a lot more recently. Trying to find which one I like. I also made a video on my YouTube channel about that, about why I think granular synthesizers are the future. Let me actually turn off the AC because this is really loud. It should be better now. Alright. Yeah, go check out the video on my YouTube channel about granular synthesizers if that's something you're interested in. I think it's a nice way to make your sounds more creative and more unique. Let's see. Ethan Kistner says, INFEKT, you literally look like Jesus.
No.
Is that a compliment? I don't know.
Jesus is a man.
What inspired you to start making music? Listening to music, enjoying music, and just wanting to make it myself. That's how it all started. I started, especially when I listened to first when I started listening to dubstep, but then even more so when I started listening to the more darker rhythmy side. I felt really inspired to try to make that kind of stuff myself. How excited are you for the roundtable tour with Samplifier and Murda? Is what Disciple is asking. Very excited. I can't wait to be touring with Murda again, and of course to get to know Samplifier a bit better, because I've met him a few times now. But yeah, they're both great guys. I really love Tommy. I really love Sammy. Yeah, I'm excited about the shows. We have some really sick ones on the tour calendar. Yeah, super excited. I'm also very excited to show all the new tracks that I've been working on. Yeah, so I hope you can make it to one of those shows. Yeah, let's do it. Also eat your fruits and veggies, of course, so that you have the energy to dance and maybe headbang if that's something you're into. Create those mosh pits and go mad. One thing that I like about working out now that I actually do it, is that when I listen to dubstep while working out, I kind of get that same energetic feeling that I get when I play a set and I play a really sick track. I kind of get that same kind of feeling when I'm running at the gym or something like that. Super high energy. Yeah, I love that. Let me check in the chat again. We have a lot of questions here. Sorry, I can't really answer every single one of them, but I'll see. MIDI or audio? I like working with audio a lot. Sometimes MIDI. I usually start with MIDI and then I bounce it and then I work with audio. Let's see here. Come to Australia. I can't wait anymore. Yeah, I can't say much about that yet. Hey, INFEKT, another question. Do I need serum to make rhythm? No, you don't. You can make rhythm with even with the most like basic synthesizer that's included in your program, and like just use the effects really. Like in Ableton, the wavetable synth that comes with Ableton 10 now is actually really sick. I love that. I've been making music with that. Well, some sounds with that, and you can get really creative with it. I love the way the imported wavetables sound in that one. Rhythm music says, "Is that your girl in the background?" That is my wife. Yes.
We're in the background.
Not in the background of the video, but just like sound wise.
Oh,
you know.
yeah, that's me. That's me.
Disciple fan page says handsome. Thank you.
Yes.
I think I'm kind of behind with the chat. Let me scroll a bit further down. Actually, here's another good question. Why you wear XL t-shirt? I didn't mean to say that all the other questions are not good. This one just you know. Why you wear XL t-shirt? I just love the way it sits on my body. I love oversized shirts. I love it when the material is like very heavy because when you wear oversized heavy t-shirts, they sit like very nice on your body, and I just like how it feels personally. Yeah, it's just personal preference, I guess. I like how it feels and how it looks. How long did it take to grow that sick beard? I kind of like kept trimming it and then growing it a bit more again and trimming it, so I haven't been able to grow a beard for that long. Like this all came in the last like maybe 2 years. Before that I barely had any beard like here. I just wasn't able to grow one yet. Yeah, I'm 22 now, so it started growing when I was 20. INFEKT, your music is phenomenal. When are you going to come back to Chicago again? Thank you, first of all. Chicago, I don't know yet. Hopefully, we're gonna have a Chicago show on the second run of the Roundtable tour. Because we're doing phase 1, and then we're doing some more shows after that. But I don't have any details yet. But if you know any promoters in your area or whatever, tell them to hit up my booking agent. And yeah, the email is on my Instagram. Maybe I'll be in your city too. Me, Murda, and Samplifier, of course, because we're the Roundtable boys. Let's see. Did you have a difficult time trying to decide whether to join Disciple? Like, did you want to stay independent or had offers from other labels? I've been releasing with other labels too, like with Black Label and stuff, but I just feel like Disciple is the label where I feel most inspired by the music. Like, I feel like they have a lot of inspiring people, and I love being in a team where I feel like I can look up to the people and I feel motivated to make music, you know? I think that's one of the most important things. And I love that Disciple is like a family, you know? They stick together, they do a lot of things together, they help each other. And yeah, I think that's really important for growing and working with other people. And yeah, so it wasn't really hard for me to make that decision. Yeah. Also, I think they do a really good job with like promoting releases, making artwork and stuff like that. So I feel like I have a good outlet for my music, and I feel inspired. I like working with everyone. I like hanging out with the guys. Yeah, I feel like they're all friends now, and that's amazing. Official KBO is saying, I'm really trying to start DJing at raves or whatever. How did you start doing that? And basically, I started I started with making music, and I started like uploading all my music to SoundCloud whenever I made something. Um, and I would just like make it available for people to listen to. And at some point, someone from Cologne, which was like a 5-hour train ride, is actually a good friend now. Toby, TJ, shout outs if you're seeing this. He booked me for one of his shows, and yeah, that's how I started. And then from there, I just got a few more bookings in Germany. I started getting bookings in Belgium. Yeah, and it was just kind of a gradual process. Like, I wasn't never really a local DJ because in my area there wasn't any shows to be played, especially not for dubstep. Like, it's a really small city, and yeah, nobody really liked dubstep there, and there weren't any shows, so it took kind of long for me to have an audience to the point where I was also getting bookings, but it's fine. I headbang on it in the gym, get on my level, says official Red Z. It's tempting when you're like running or whatever, and you're listening to some heavy dubstep, and you just kind of want to bang your head to it. I feel that. Let me scroll down a bit further in the mix again. In the mix? In the chat. Boombox sounds so sick. How do you post-process? Says Zamedra. I use a lot of effects. Like, I usually don't even use a lot of the effects in the synthesizer itself. I use effects like after it, and then I do a lot of like resampling and stretching the audio, and some like just messing with it and messing with audio, and then just putting a ton of effects, putting like resampling it again, putting effects again, stuff like that. Like, that's kind of my process. I don't really like working with just Serum, like making the entire sound in Serum, because I feel like it doesn't let me go as far as I would like to with the sound design. So yeah. Finally he scrolled down. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up. It's just so much stuff, and I don't want to miss like good questions. Yeah, so it's kind of like me trying to go through them. Are you going to drop your untitled VIP ever? It wasn't really a track that I meant to like release at some point. I mean, untitled, yeah, of course. We released it with Rampage, but then the VIP, I kind of just made it to play it myself, like at Rampage, to have like something special to play out at my shows. So I don't know if we're ever actually gonna release it, but we'll see. Favorite of the two new tunes? I guess you're talking about Boombox and Rewind. It's hard to say which one is my favorite, because they're both very different. Like, Boombox is not really rhythm, and I feel like it's kind of a personal venture into like a different type of sound. And so whereas Rewind is a very energetic, like classic rhythm track. So it's really hard to say which one is my favorite. I think they're just like nice when you place them next to each other, All right. Scrolling in the chat. I feel like your voice is what Jesus' voice sounded like. I don't know about that. Scrolling. Yo, INFEKT, what do you think of Space Ghost's Yoys? I like his tracks. I've recently went through his SoundCloud, and yeah, some really nice ones. Oh, I caught up with the chat now. Hey, Ronan Dubs says, "Can INFEKT see new chat?" Yes, I am caught up with all the chat messages now, so I can see everything new. Yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Yeah. How long have we been going on for? I can't even see that anywhere. What do you think about Mastodon? He is... it's in his name. He's a Don. He's crazy. He's crazy, honestly. I love his tracks. I love the energy. I love how brutal everything is. Like, when I feel angry, I just listen to Mastodon, and it's soothing for the mood. Favorite sound design tool? It has to be vocoder, because I love vocoders. I love all the different functions. Like, I love using the modulator function, where it basically modulates, the sound itself, like it uses itself as a carrier for the vocoder, and I love how that sounds. But I also love using entirely different synths as a carrier for a vocoder, and I think it's a really interesting sound design tool. Hey, Flex Calibur, welcome to the chat and to the stream, and welcome everyone else as well. I appreciate your presence. Ever coming to Australia again? Of course. I love Australia, and I love going there, and yeah. I can't say much about it yet, but I'm really excited about Australia. Yo, you coming to Puerto Rico? I don't have anything lined up, but I would love to play there. I would love to play pretty much in any city where there's a scene. I just need, like, someone to book me, I guess. I can't just decide that I want to go to this and that city. I need a booking for that. What are the 2 best vegan places in LA? That's so tough to answer because...
Sage.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, you can't let that out. Though.
Okay, yeah, I'll say it in a minute. Let me just finish my sentence. It's tough to answer because there are so many vegan spots in LA, but me and my wife love going to Sage, and it's... If you ever have the chance to go to a vegan restaurant in LA, please do yourself and your belly and your health a favor and go to Sage. It's an amazing place, and they have really good options. Yeah. And on number 2, I probably have to say Veggie Grill, just because it's like... It's not the most healthy, but it's just a staple. Like, if you don't know what to get, you get Veggie Grill, you know? Oh, yeah. There's also this other place. It's called Wild Raw Vegan. Pat and Josh from Modestep recommended it to me, and we went there with them. It's in downtown LA, and it's like an all raw vegan restaurant, so nothing is cooked. It's all like raw things. And I had a burger there, a raw burger, and basically what it is like, it's kind of crackers instead of buns. It's like dehydrated seeds and stuff like that to make those crackers, and then it has like veggies and stuff inside. Fire. That's some good food. Let's see. Veggie Grill doesn't count. I guess not. That's why I named Wild, I guess. What artist do you want to collab with? I think a solid Ula style collab with Slap. I think some of the artists that I looked up to the most right now and that inspire me the most are Virtual Riot and Barely Alive. But yeah, I'm looking forward to collab with the boys and from Disciple in general. I would love to do another collab with Murda. He also said he's down for that, so yeah, I'm down for that. Maybe we can also get a Disciple Roundtable tour collab together on this tour. That would be amazing. Just imagine what INFEKT, Murda, and Samplifier would sound like together. Yeah. Weeble Wobble collab. I don't know. Should I make a Weeble Wobble? Tell me now, people in the chat. Should I? Even though we didn't have the 1,000 viewers. Should I? Alright. I think I'm gonna end this live stream here. I hope you had a good time. I hope I got to answer your questions. I'm sorry that I didn't get to answer every single one of them. But I think we did pretty well. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it again. Have a good evening, or maybe morning, or maybe it's lunchtime for you. Then enjoy your lunch. Eat your fruits and veggies. Stay healthy. That's really important. Yeah, staying healthy is the number one thing to it's like the basis in life to reach other things, to feel good to get your day started, do amazing things every day. Yeah, enjoy food, good food. And of course, check out the release tomorrow of Boombox and Rewind. I hope you're gonna enjoy that. Pre-save link is in my bio. Alright. Good night.